The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius, you are what you think about, what you meditate on. In today's world, there's too much noise, too many distractions. Everyone is chasing fun, comfort, and praise. But in doing that, we forget what really matters. We run after things that don't last. We look outside for happiness, and we lose our way inside. But there is a way to return to ourselves. It begins in silence and grows through wisdom. Over 2,000 years ago, the Buddha shared a powerful message. It wasn't just for monks. It wasn't about religion or complex ideas. It was simple and practical. It was a path for every human heart. He taught 5 meditations: clear, quiet, and deeply healing. They may sound simple, but they hold great power. And today, we'll walk through them together. Slowly, like the Stoics would, with calm, with honesty, with courage. 1. The meditation of love. The meditation of love. Plain, clear, and powerful. Take a deep breath. Now adjust your heart. Not just for your friends, not just for those who are kind to you, but for everyone, even your enemies, even the ones who misunderstand you, who lie about you, who hurt you. That's the real test. To love someone who loves you back, that's easy. Anyone can do that. But to wish good for someone who wronged you, that takes real strength. Not weakness, not passivity, but inner power. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "He who does good to another does good also to himself." Let's pause and think. Have you ever had a coworker who gossiped about you? It stings. It feels unfair. But what if instead of holding a grudge, you silently said, "May they be well. May they find peace." You don't need to say it out loud. It's not for them. It's for you. Because anger chains you. But love, even silent love, sets you free. Think of the driver who cuts you off in traffic. You want to yell, honk, chase them down. But instead, try this. I hope they reach safely. Maybe they're having a bad day. That's not weakness. That's a calm mind. That's emotional control. And it changes you. Each time you choose compassion over revenge, you grow stronger. You become the master of your emotions, not their slave. This is what love, in the deepest sense, really means. Not blind approval, not forgetting what happened, but choosing peace over pain, choosing growth over grudges. Every time you do this, you train your heart. You become lighter, freer, better. That is real power. That is the meditation of love. 2. The meditation of pity. Think of all beings in distress. Imagine their pain. Feel compassion. When we see others suffering and choose to ignore it, we are not just turning away from them. We are turning away from our own humanity. We lose a piece of ourselves in the process. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." This is a powerful reminder. It's easy to judge others quickly, but true wisdom lies in having patience with them while holding ourselves to a higher standard. Imagine walking down the street and seeing a homeless man sitting on the corner. His clothes are torn, and his eyes reflect a deep sadness. It's easy to walk by and pretend not to see him. But what if, instead of turning away, you stopped for just a moment and thought about his struggle? This world is tough for many people, people we don't even know, yet they're living lives full of challenges. Some are fighting battles we can't see, such as poverty, loneliness, or illness. By simply acknowledging their pain, we start to soften our hearts. We let go of the coldness and the ego that tells us not to care. This empathy, whether we act on it or not, shapes us in a powerful way. It makes us more human. It sharpens our souls. It reminds us that we're not separate from the struggles of others. When we connect with the suffering around us, we grow kinder and more aware of the world we live in. And that, in turn, helps us grow stronger as individuals. Empathy makes us better. It makes us more than just observers of the world. It makes us part of the solution. 3. The meditation of joy. Think of the prosperity of others and rejoice with their joy. This might be the hardest meditation of all. Celebrating someone else's success can feel difficult, especially when you're feeling stuck or struggling. But this is exactly when it matters the most. Think about it. When your friend gets a promotion or your sibling buys their dream home, it's easy to feel jealous or disappointed that you're not in the same place. But the Stoic way is different. A Stoic smiles when fortune comes to others, even if it hasn't visited them yet. Why? Because envy only harms you. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. On the other hand, joy, it multiplies. When you celebrate someone else's happiness, you open yourself up to more joy. Imagine this. Your colleague gets the promotion you were hoping for. Instead of feeling resentment, you congratulate them with a genuine smile. By doing this, you show that their success doesn't diminish yours. In fact, it lifts the both of you. Life is not a race. It's a shared road. When others succeed, it doesn't mean there's less room for you to succeed. There's always space for more happiness, more growth, more opportunity. So next time someone you know hits a milestone, celebrate with them. Share in their joy. Not only will it strengthen your bond with them, but it will also remind you that joy is abundant. There's always enough to go around. Choose joy. It will always return to you. 4. The meditation of impurity. Consider the evil consequences of corruption, of sin, of pleasure without wisdom. This doesn't mean you should scare yourself. It means you need to wake up. Think about it. That small lie you told, it grows. It might seem harmless at first, but it leads to bigger lies, and before you know it, you've built a web of deceit. That lazy choice you made today, skipping exercise, putting off work, ignoring your responsibilities, it becomes a habit, and habits shape your future. That quick pleasure you chase, maybe it's indulging in unhealthy food or spending too much time on distractions. It feels good in the moment, but it leaves a long shadow. It might cause regret, or even worse, harm your health or relationships. It's like Marcus Aurelius said, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? You have to ask yourself this simple but powerful question. Is what you're doing right now, in this moment, truly necessary? Is it moving you closer to your goals, to the person you want to become? Or is it just another fleeting pleasure that won't help you in the long run? Real power is restraint. It's not giving in to every impulse, every desire. Restraint is choosing what's best for you in the long term, even when it's difficult. Real pleasure is peace of mind. It's the calm you feel when you know you've made the right choice, when you've avoided temptation, when you've stuck to your values, when you've chosen what truly matters. For example, think about someone who chooses to wake up early and exercise. It's tough at first, but over time, it builds a strong, healthy body and mind. The pleasure of that small sacrifice is much greater than the temporary joy of sleeping in. Or imagine someone who says no to spending money on things they don't need. They're not being strict for the sake of it. They're investing in their future, building financial freedom, and feeling secure in the long run. So remember, every small choice you make matters. Every action you take is either bringing you closer to your best self or further from it. The meditation of impurity is about waking up to the consequences of your choices and choosing wisely. Real strength comes from the ability to resist short-term pleasures in favor of long-term peace and success. 5. The meditation of serenity. Imagine this. You're on your way to an important meeting, and suddenly you get a flat tire. Or you're working hard on a project, and a colleague sends you a rude email. Life throws challenges at us every day, big and small. Now, picture this. What if, instead of reacting with anger, frustration, or panic, you simply took a moment and did nothing? You didn't rush to fix everything. You didn't respond impulsively. You just paused. You took a deep breath and accepted the situation as it is. This is the essence of serenity, the ability to stay calm, no matter what's happening around you. It's like standing firm during a storm. The wind howls, the rain pours, but you remain steady. You don't fight the storm, you endure it with patience. In real life, Serenity looks like this: someone cutting in front of you in traffic, and instead of losing your cool, you calmly continue driving, unaffected. Or it's someone criticizing you at work, and instead of getting defensive, you listen, think, and respond with understanding. Serenity isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about how you react to them. It's the choice to rise above the chaos and stay grounded in your true self. When you practice serenity, you stop letting the highs and lows of life dictate your mood. You stop letting success or failure, wealth or poverty, love or hate control your peace of mind. Just like the Stoics taught, you can find peace in the storm. You can choose calm over chaos. And that is true strength. So, next time life challenges you, remember, don't react with frustration. Choose silence. Choose awareness. Choose serenity. That's where your true power lies. The power of belief. The Buddha once said, "Believe that a life of absolute meekness is possible. Believe in a life of stainless purity, of perfect holiness. Believe in the highest truth." This belief is not just about having hope. It's about knowing that these values are achievable. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, agreed. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The message is clear. Believe it's possible, and you'll begin to live it. Real life application. These are not just abstract ideas. They are practices. They are tools you can use every day. So, let's make this practical. When you feel envy, meditate on joy. Example: if you see a colleague get a promotion you wanted, instead of feeling jealous, take a moment to celebrate their success. Think about their hard work and how their success adds value to the team. When you feel anger, meditate on love. Example: if someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of getting angry, think of them with kindness. They might be in a rush, having a tough day, or dealing with stress. When you feel numb or disconnected, meditate on pity. Example: if you feel distant from others, think about the struggles people around you face. Maybe they are dealing with personal challenges. This thought can help you feel more connected and compassionate. When you feel tempted by something that doesn't align with your values, meditate on impurity. Example: if you are tempted to cheat on a diet or make a quick dishonest gain, think about how short-lived that pleasure is. Reflect on the long-term consequences and how true fulfillment comes from integrity. When you feel overwhelmed, meditate on serenity. Example: when life feels chaotic, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Visualize yourself in a calm, peaceful place. Focus on your breath. In that moment, remind yourself that you have control over how you respond. 5 meditations, 5 lenses, 1 powerful life. By practicing these meditations, you can transform your mindset. It's not always easy, but the more you do it, the more it becomes a part of who you are. You have the power to shape your life with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. Start today. Believe in the possibility of a better you and begin living it. Final reflection. Open your soul like a flower to the morning light. Let truth in and let illusion out. Imagine a flower waking up to the morning sun. It opens up, letting in the light, letting go of the darkness of the night. You, too, can open yourself to the truth, letting go of the lies, distractions, and illusions that cloud your mind. The world may not change, but you will. The world outside can stay the same. People will still act how they act. Life will still have its ups and downs. But you can change. You can grow stronger, wiser, and calmer. That change begins within you. And when you change, your world changes. Think of it like this. When you change the way you see the world begins to look different. If you look at everything through the lens of patience, understanding, and kindness, you will see more of those qualities in your life. For example, if you stop fearing challenges and instead embrace them as opportunities to grow, your experiences shift. Difficult situations become lessons, not obstacles. And that's where the real change happens. You will no longer chase applause. You will no longer fear the storm. Many of us live seeking approval from others. We want praise, recognition, and validation. But when you grow into your true self, you realize that external applause doesn't define your worth. It's your own inner peace and strength that matter. Take a moment to think about people who chase after fame, fortune, or popularity. Are they truly happy? Often, they are still empty inside because they haven't found that inner peace. But when you stop chasing applause, you become free to live your own life, not someone else's. And when storms come, whether it's a tough day at work, an argument with a friend, or a personal challenge, you'll no longer be afraid of them. You'll face them with calm, knowing that you have the power to stay grounded no matter what happens. You will become calm, compassionate, unshakable. The more you meditate on truth, the more you'll cultivate calmness. You'll learn to respond with compassion, understanding the struggles of others without judgment. And as your inner peace grows, you'll become unshakable, no longer easily thrown off balance by life's ups and downs. For example, think about a parent who stays calm when their child is upset. Instead of reacting in frustration, they listen and offer comfort, showing compassion even in stressful moments. That's the power of inner peace. A student of truth, a master of self, a warrior of peace. Each day is an opportunity to learn and grow. You become a student of truth, always seeking wisdom and understanding. Over time, you master yourself, the way you think, feel, and act. And as you do, you become a warrior of peace, standing firm in your beliefs and actions, no matter the circumstances. So ask yourself, what will I meditate on today? Will you focus on anger, frustration, or fear? Or will you choose peace, love, and wisdom? The answer to this question can shape everything in your life. And let your answer shape the rest of your life. The thoughts you choose to focus on will create the person you become. Meditate on positivity, growth, and truth, and watch your life transform in ways you never imagined.